All right, October 5, we're giving him the high sign. He's doing some speed runs. Go around the cone, right here. He's, I don't know, man. He's, I think a little gun shy from bouncing that thing off a curb. I got it fixed up, put back together yesterday. Removed, I'll show you, removed a bunch of the stock standard air box. Keeping the stock air filter on it, but at the same time, removing a bunch of plastic. That could possibly have caused any kind of rash or irritation or contact with that throttle arm. I haven't put the new Predator throttle apparatus on it, but I will if we end up keeping this motor for a while. And it seems to be extremely responsive, and it returns well. He's just buzzing around about 10 laps or so and just cruising. And I told him, I said, I think you need to do a couple speed runs so you get a feel for how fast it'll go, because he's just cruising and idling, man. I mean, he was doing better than this the last time we were here with the governor. I got to get the opposite way of the sun. With the governor still in operating form. So I just stopped and asked him before we did the speed runs. I made him go back and forth 3 or 4 times. And I told him, hold it down. Don't let off when it starts making noise. You hold it down. Hold it down. He's going to have to get used to this, or we're just going to cruise around in a parking lot and we ain't never going to get nowhere, which is fine with me too. That's fine too. Whatever. You know, sooner or later we'll end up putting a bigger seat in it, so not so I can get in, but Uncle Kenny's going to want to ride it, you know. If we're just going to play games. See, he gets a little, he still doesn't have the concept of as fast as you can go from one corner to another, letting off the brakes, gas, using brakes, turning in, off the brakes, on the gas, going as fast as you can to the next corner. He doesn't understand that. I try to explain it to him, and he says, yeah, I think the only way he's gonna pick that up is by getting his doors blown off at a racetrack by kids, especially girls that are his age. Maybe then, if he can follow them, that he'll pick it up. See, he turns the corner and just slows right down. I mean, man, I could be having a riot. If I had a cart of my own, man, I could be having a riot out here. But, hey, it is what it is. I think we got to, after bouncing off the concrete there at the other place, we get back to the drawing board, right? We knocked ourselves back a couple trips. So we'll work them back up to speed. We're going out to Lansing tomorrow. And we're going to hang out all day and watch. And I think, if anything, we ain't even going to talk about racing. I'm going to talk to the Hans while I'm there, whoever's in charge, and ask them if we can bring this go-kart just in the shape it's in out there to run it around on open practice days, or open days when there's nothing going on. To be honest, I'm not crazy about getting this kid into sprint racing altogether, because I've never been a sprint racer. I just want to get him acclimated and get him so we work out some kind of language. So you don't throw him onto a racetrack with no understanding whatsoever. But I'll take him. I'd take this thing. I'd gear this thing up and take it out to Grattan on a track day, and I'd give him 15 minutes to himself And I'm sure the rest of the guys wouldn't care either. They'd be into that. You know, what the heck? They got to get started somehow. And I just don't know at this point whether he's going to be overwhelmed with the quick pace, 6 laps and you're off, listening for announcements. You know, Dad pushing the cart up, getting it off on the false grid, and getting lined up for practice, getting lined up for your heat race and all that. So that's a lot to it. It certainly isn't like road racing, right? You know, it's hard for me to explain. I'm trying to take him somewhere I've never been myself. So maybe I'm not the best teacher. I was actually thinking last night that maybe I'm not the right person to do this. Get him to the track and pay for things and get him there and supply what he needs. But maybe I could get Bob. Maybe I could get Claire. Maybe Claire, now that she's not driving, whether it's because of concussion or whatever, doesn't mean she can't instruct. And she was a good driver, and she started racing at Lansing. Maybe I'll send Dean an email and ask if I could run that by her and see if she'd show up sometime to coach him. Because maybe taking instruction from RPM might be, that's right, Bob, it might be a little overwhelming for the young man, because these are some pretty big shoes to fill. This is a pretty big waistline to fill as well. But this kid ain't gonna have to worry about that. The kid's a string bean. So we'll see if he wants to do some speed runs with a camera on. I got another camera we'll put on the front of the car. I think he's just trying to get his feet back underneath him. Bouncing off that curb kind of shook him up a little bit. So he shouldn't be. I wanted him to keep going back and forth so he could just get used to going fast. Maybe we get rid of these cones and just have him go around in a circle right here fast. But I don't know. He kept telling me, I want to go faster, I want to go faster. Then he bounced off a curb, and now he was all piss and vinegar to get over here today. We came over about 1:30. It's it's almost 4 now. We come over at about 1:30, and there was a football game out at the stadium out and back. The whole place back there was packed. So we went back home, had some lunch, waited till about 3, quarter after, head back over here, and they were all, most everybody was gone. There was a camper back there, people tailgating a high school football game, man, or whatever, I don't know, but they're all gone now. So we'll just let the kid, we got 5 gallons of gas. That thing is full. Whatever. We'll just let him do whatever he wants to do. We'll go visit the track tomorrow as spectators and observe things. And I want to take it and let him sit in at the driver's meeting while they're talking, just so he gets the full experience, you know. And then he can decide if he just wants to try going out to practice, which I think is a good idea. Half a dozen times until he gets some confidence, you know, until he can go fast and learn how to go and brake hard and all that kind of thing. He doesn't know that yet. So we're just 3 steps forward. Now we've taken 2 steps back, and we'll just have to keep going from here. Beautiful day out at the East China Community School District offices. Beautiful day. Looking forward to our Wolverines playing football tomorrow. Hang in there. Later on tonight. Hang in there, y'all. We're praying for you. Pray for me. Pray for Bray. He needs a little peace and bravery. Something. RPM out.